So it's Friday interview time and we're catching up with George Elokobi ahead of tomorrow's match against St Albans City. George, it's always a difficult place to go, Clarence Park, isn't it? And how's your preparations gone for this particular game?
Now, preparations have gone all right. After 2 games in 2 days, we had to, give the boys a couple of days off to recover because it took a lot out of us. We revisited St Albans yesterday, and it's a tough place to go. And I've reminded our group they're a very good side, and don't look at their league position. Anyone can beat anyone on the day in this league, so our approach has to be right. We have to go there and we have to earn the right to be able to compete against a good side in St Albans.
How proud were you of those 2 games that we just had against Dartford and Chelmsford? You say there was no turnaround time, little preparation time, but it was clear, especially from the Monday, that the players had looked after themselves on the Sunday and got themselves in the right mindset ready for that game, which was literally 48 hours later.
Yeah, extremely proud of our group of players again. Everyone played a key role in the Dartford game. You could see not just the players on the pitch, not just the players on the bench, but you could see the injured players were right behind the dugout, vying for the team to win. And it was fantastic to see our fans, there to support us. And in the end, we got that win at the very dying stage of the game, which was fantastic. But fast forward 2 days later, we was in action again, and it was a quick turnaround, like you said, and it was that trust we've got in our squad for everyone to look after themselves. Didn't really bring the players in on Sunday because we did all our work prior to the Dartford game in preparation for Dartford and also for Chelmsford, and we knew there were 2 very, very tough games. So it's a big credit to our football club, and it was good to see the turnout from our supporters on Monday night there with us again in such a quick turnaround, and it was fantastic to send them home with 3 points.
You mentioned those injured players that obviously joined in the celebrations at the end of that Dartford game. You've got a squad, and you've always said that everyone will play a part over the course of what's a 10-month season. But in terms of some of those that are currently out, you must be hoping that it won't be too long before you get the green light to start including them back in your 16.
Yeah, definitely. When no one likes injuries in their squad, I'm certainly that manager as well. But again, our medical team has been working ever so hard to try and get these players available for myself, for the management team to select from. The players are working exceptionally hard to try and get themselves back on the grass, which is important. But we take it one day at a time. We can't rush these things because we want to have them on the grass, on the pitch. We want to make sure when they come back, they try and stay out with us. So we have a full strength squad to select from. But again, I'm going to touch on certain individuals. Obviously, we saw the likes of our club captain, Gavin Hoyt, going off injured. He's not far off. He's not far off coming back. I think, it's about a week or 2 away from being back with us. So that's not too bad. Reece Greenidge just resume training again with us, with the group. And we're gonna manage him right and make sure, he stays with us and get fitter, get those the match fitness or training fitness with the group, and then we'll go from there. Connor Kelly is another one that has been, I know everyone is asking after Connor, fantastic guy. He's been really, really disappointed with the injury he's had, because at one point we thought we turned the corner with him, and then it happens to be not the case. It was a little bit down. I had to pick him up. I had to, speak to him and motivate him to keep going and take it one day at a time. So he's a bit far off, Connor Kelly. In terms of the likes of Harry Cipriano, obviously was nursing a groin injury. He's been playing through pain. The 2 Torquay games that we played, he's actually played through with a groin injury, and he wanted to do a job for the team because obviously Reece Greenidge had gone on international duties and we were short at the back, and it was good for him to play those games. But again, after that, he suffered from those 2 games, and the Supermare game was the one that you could see from kickoff. The pain was unbearable, so we had to make sure we make a conscious decision to pull him in the second half to ensure that it doesn't aggravate itself. So we've just managed him right since then, and now we're seeing him coming back. There's so many of them. Obviously, Rafe Brown, after playing the Eastbourne game, had a bit of an ankle injury, so we've had to manage him right as well. Hence why we saw the likes of Bivesh being deployed at centre back. We didn't want to take too much of a risk because we knew his history in the past. It's about managing the squad. Chi, obviously, he's been managing. Obviously had the last 3 to 4 weeks now. He's been struggling with his, I think his ankle. I don't know if he took a heavy kick on it, and he's not managed to settle down yet. So he's not far off either. But we just have to take our time. It's like you said, it's a 10-month season, and we have to make sure the ones that are out ready for selection, we're doing the job. They're doing the job for the team, but also you've seen the togetherness. The ones that are not quite there yet, they've always ensured that they travel to the away games, they've traveled to the home games to make sure their support, is there for their teammates, and that shows we are in it together as a football club. But again, having all these players fit, hopefully it comes a new year, will give me and my management team a fantastic selection headache to choose from, because that's what we wanted. The squad is looking relatively healthy, but again, having all these players back will give us a great chance going into the second half of the season.
One of the names that's been consistent on your team sheet, that of Harley. He's had to go for an injection, I understand, so he'll be missing for a couple of weeks for you as well.
Yeah, young Harley, he's been terrific for us. When the season started, he's been complaining of a sore hip, and it's just gotten worse and worse. And bless him, he didn't want to stop. And I would have actually played him against Dartford if he wasn't nursing the hip problem. But it just in the last 8 weeks, it's just made it worse. And we thought, we had to pull him out, and the medical team has advised us and diagnosed what the problem is, and it's come to the injection is hard. He's had an injection on Tuesday gone, so he's going to be out for a couple of weeks. Might be, I think, from the top of my head, maybe 3 weeks, for it to settle down and see where we go from there. So yeah, he's going to be missing young Harley, but again, he's been fantastic. He's been terrific for us in training, but also supporting Lucas. Just learning as much as he can, and in training you could see the pain sometimes when he's kicking the ball, he can't kick it properly, and those are his strengths. So, but again, all credit to him for keep battling with the hip problem. But hopefully we try and find a solution which we'll see in the next 3 weeks if it's actually worked. But yeah, that's about the updates, to be honest.
And a very comprehensive one at that. Well, for all those coming back, we wish them, of course, all the very best as they get back to full fitness. We wish you and the team all the best against St Albans tomorrow. And Ben, will catch up with you after the game. Thanks very much.
Thank you.